Good morning to all of you. So today we will see our 12th chapter, and that is the second chapter of physics, that is friction. This chapter is very much important for you all. So in our first chapter of physics we have seen about the force, about the pressure and various effects of it. Now we will see about friction, force of friction. And as we have seen in our first chapter of physics, that friction is a type of contact force. Friction is a type of contact force and it opposes the motion. It always opposes the motion. So what do we mean by contact force? You all know that when two bodies are in physical contact with each other, when two bodies we can regard as two objects are in physical contact with each other and a force is acting on them when they are in contact with each other, that type of force is said to be contact force. And we have seen about the muscular force, about the frictional force. Now about that friction we will study in the chapter in detail, because the chapter name is friction. It is very much short chapter also, and very much important chapter also. So when we are talking about the force of friction, so it is a force which opposes the motion of an object over a surface. It opposes the motion of an object. It always opposes the motion, and force of friction act between that surface and the object. That surface and the object. For example, when we are saying that a ball rolling on the ground gradually slows down and come to rest. A ball rolling on the ground gradually slows down and come to rest. So why this ball come to rest? Why? As Newton's first law, which you will study in 9th class, according to it, a body which is in motion will continue to be in motion, and a body which is at rest will remain at rest until and unless an external force, means that unbalanced force, is applied on it. So here the ball which is rolling on the ground, it slows down and come to rest not by of its own. It is due to the force of friction which is between the ball and the ground, which is always opposing the motion of the ball, and it opposes the ball every time, and due to that reason only, slowly and slowly the ball come to rest. Likewise, if we stop pedaling a bicycle, it gradually slows down and come to the stop. But according to Newton's first law, an object which is in motion will remain in motion. But until and unless, so this external force, until and unless an external force is applied, so this force of friction is a external force which is acting between the wheel and the road, and it is every time trying to stop that bicycle. So as soon as we stop pedaling a bicycle, so what happened? The bicycle gradually slows down and slowly it come to rest. So these are due to the friction, force of friction, which opposes the motion. Now here are the pictures of the ball and the bicycle which gradually slows down and come to rest. Here, if we are applying a force on any object, so object is in motion and friction is always opposing the motion. Friction is always trying to oppose the motion, and due to this the object come to rest. So one point is very much clear, that friction opposes the motion. Now what are the factors which affect the friction? Factors which affect the friction. So there are two factors. First one is nature of the surfaces in contact. Nature of the surfaces means how much the surface which are in contact with to each other, how much the surface is smooth or how much surface is rough. So first factor are nature of the surfaces is in contact. For example, if I will say to you that walk on tiles, so you will walk. But if I will put oils on that tiles, and if I will say to you that now walk on these tiles, so it will be difficult. Why? Now the smoothness, it is the smoothness. So nature of the surfaces in contact means the smoothness of the surface. So if the smoothness will be more, friction will be less, and if the smoothness will be less, friction will be more. So again, how hard the surfaces press together. Two objects are there, one surface and one object, and how hard the surface press together, how hard they are pressed with each other. So friction is always less on the smooth surface. Here we are seeing that friction is more on the rough surface. On this rough surface friction will be less, and on the smooth surface friction will be more. So friction will be more on the smooth surface and friction will be less on the friction will be less on the smooth surface and friction will be more on the rough surface. तो rough, जितना surface rough होगा उतनी friction ज़्यादा होगा, और जितना surface smooth होगा उतनी friction कम होगा. Friction is more if the surface are pressed harder, and friction is less if the surface are not pressed harder. So it also depends on the surfaces if they are pressed harder or if they are not pressed harder. If they are pressed harder, then the friction will be more, and if they are not pressed harder, friction will be less. So we have seen today, so what do we mean by friction, and what are the factors which affect the friction. Now what are the cause of friction? Friction is caused due to the interlocking of irregularity between the two surfaces in contact. Irregularities here. Irregularity means how much two surface, this and this, suppose this is a block and this is a box, they are in contact with each other. So here we have taken an enlarged view, and in this enlarged view we can say that here this is the interlocking between the surface. So here it is said that friction is caused due to the interlocking of the irregularities between the two surfaces in contact. A smooth surface have minute irregularities between the surface. If the surface will be smooth, then the irregularities will be minute. And if the surface will be rough, then irregularities will be also larger. So force of friction is due to this, the force of friction is more if the surface are rough. Why? Because in the case of rough surface, irregularities is larger. Irregularities is larger. Irregularities is larger in the case of rough surface. But in the case of smooth surface, irregularity is minute, very much less. And this friction is caused due to the interlocking of irregularities between the two surfaces in contact. So that's why we have here what we have said, that nature of the surface in the contact, that is there. If the surface will be smooth, then the irregularities will be less, and if the irregularity will be less, then friction will also be less. And the surface will be rough, then irregularities will be larger, and if irregularities will be larger, then the friction will be also more. So force of friction is more if the surfaces are rough, like this. Now in the next lecture we will talk about the types of friction, and we will also see that which type of friction is more and in which case the friction is less. Now we have talked that the irregularities, if the surface will be smooth, then the friction will be less, and if the surface will be not smooth, it is rough, the friction will be more. Thank you.